Hey guys, welcome back to Words from Reagan. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how you have this one life and you should live it to impress yourself and yourself only. From our upbringing, we are raised and pressured to impress others and to be our best selves around them. It's to leave a good impression. For jobs, you need to be professional. For dates, you need to fill every box and be perfect in the other's eyes. From a young age, we are raised and taught that we have to be successful in life and make a good impression on others. We have to introduce ourselves, carry on conversations to others, and in general, just look content and fulfilled in life for others. But when this becomes too much, we are confirming our pressure to impress others, but also denying our own unique potential in ourselves. Trying to impress reinforces internal pressure, leaving us to feel like we have something to prove, which drains us both mentally and physically. And when I get to that point in life where I'm both mentally and physically exhausted, I just want to stop and hit pause, and again, life goes on. So this is a good example of noticing what you're doing before it gets to that point. But what if every day you embraced who you are individually and set that to others, while still impressing them? You're just not putting up a front and rather being the real you. You challenge yourself to authentically express your true self to others. You feel more content and easygoing and at peace, knowing you are being who you are and it's natural. When trying to win someone over, trying to impress a new friend or colleagues at work, you take time away from yourself. If you focus your time on trying to impress others and gain their approval, you're taking away time that could be well spent by yourself. Instead of putting the time into something that is negative, you put it into something that is positive, which is you. When you try to seek others' approval, their satisfaction and words are really not true satisfaction. When looking for friends, you want to look for somebody you click with, somebody you have the same interests or hobbies as, somebody who's been through the same experiences and your personalities align. Rather than looking for someone you have to put up a front with, you don't really click with them, but you need a friend. So you go with liking what they like and make it all about them, even though you know you'd be better off on your own. For a job, you look for a professional job that you see yourself at for years to come. They treat you well and you enjoy the job. Rather than staying at a job where you feel you cannot be yourself, you grow angry, you feel drained, and you generally don't like the people or atmosphere there. And in a partner, you look for someone to experience life with, somebody who fits your needs and standards, someone who makes you feel wanted, and someone who will put in the work. You would feel at ease with them than being with somebody you don't see eye to eye with. Maybe you don't have the same intentions, they don't treat you right, or don't fit your needs. You see, in life, sometimes we settle for less for others' satisfactions, for their word and their approval to make us feel like we're doing okay, that we are where we're meant to be. And yes, it's empowering hearing those words from others, showing that they're interested in us, telling us they're proud of us, and hearing the words that we want to hear in that moment. If you're wanting a relationship and somebody tells you they're interested in you, you might settle for that satisfaction even though you know it might not work out. When you want a high-paying job, you finally found a job that pays well but comes with it, or you've heard bad reviews, or it's not a good atmosphere to work in, but they pay well, so you're going to settle for that satisfaction. We would give anything to experience and be told what we want to in that moment, so we settle. We settle for others' satisfaction. What if I told you that satisfaction isn't really real and isn't enough for you? When we try to impress others, not being true to ourselves and being our realest version of ourselves, we attract the wrong attention and wrong people. We filter ourselves to fit in and feel wanted for a moment. When people don't like you, you try and change for them to keep them in your life. When you sense someone or something is about to leave or be over in your life, you do everything in your power to try and make them stay or to make it last longer. Maybe you want a relationship and the only guy or girl that has walked in your way in a minute doesn't work out, but you do everything you can to impress them to try and make things work. Whereas when we give the realist version of ourselves to others, we will be fine when people or opportunities walk away from us. When we are ourselves, no filters, no faking, no BS, I promise you, others will see eye to eye with you faster. You do not have to put up a front for others. You don't have to try and impress them. All you have to do is be you, and if that's not enough for them, then they're not the right one for you. Isn't that easy to just be you? How easy is that? Your only job is to be you to others, no circumstances attached. The thing is the truest version of life comes out when you are your truest version of yourself. The truest version of life comes out when you are your truest version of yourself. Because you know everything in your life you are content with and fulfilled truly with. Because you have been you. If someone tries to betray you or disown you, you walk away from them instead of dragging them to stay in your life. If the job takes advantage of you, you walk away and find a new one, then stay at that job for your impression. When you feel lost in life, ask yourself, have I been the truest version of myself to me, to my family, to strangers, and to new opportunities? No matter what situation or circumstances, am I always that version of myself, or do I put up a front to impress? Things may be temporary when you try to impress others because you are not being you. It may be easy to put this front up for a little while in the beginning, but eventually your true colors are going to come out. Think about a relationship in your life, whether that was a friendship or actual relationship that didn't work out. They said they wanted you, but they didn't live up to it. They made promises, but didn't keep them. They put up a front to try and impress you. Whether that was to get something out of you, whether that was to see if you would bend your standards or give in to them. This is why I like to say the beginning stages of most relationships aren't real, because both partners are trying to create lasting impressions on each other. You guys try to impress each other. But once you pass this level, you both get to know the real versions of each other. That's when you stop filtering yourself and open up. You become comfortable enough around them to be you. You can see that others do it to you, but can you realize when you do it to others? I challenge you this week to approach every conversation and experience as you usually do. Once that interaction's over, ask yourself, if you find yourself acting differently and putting up a front on others for their satisfaction, or do you remain your true version of yourself and give that version of others to you? Try to be unfiltered and try to be the real version of you after this week. I bet you by the end of this week, you will feel more true to yourself and better as a whole when you are the realest version of you. You are allowing others to see who you are, your true colors, your personality, the entire you. Everyone has flaws and insecurities, and embracing them is attractive to others. It allows you for more authentic relationships to form. Allowing yourself to do this will allow you to be more confident in who you are. You will come to care less what others think of you. You can be yourself without worrying about the opinions of those around you. You can make decisions that are true to you without the fear of judgment or disappointment. You will realize the people who want you for you will stay and the others will leave, and you will be okay with this. This cycle of life is the most realistic, not only to you, but who and what you attract in life. It will filter your life for the better in a positive way. When you stop trying to impress people, you can refocus on your energy, on what makes you truly happy, instead of continually worrying about what others think of you. You can focus on the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. You take control of your own happiness, it will be easier for you to make the decisions that are right for you. You'll be able to prioritize what really matters and create a life that's true to who you are. It'll be easier for you to be honest with yourself and others. You can express your true thoughts and feelings without worrying about how others react. The moment you stop caring and trying to impress others is the moment you become 100 times happier. Once you start to impress yourself and start doing things for you, you will feel 1,000,000 times better. It takes all the pressure off of you. Live for you, We only get this one chance at this. It's not a dress rehearsal. You have this one life. How do you want to live it? Caring what others think of you, trying to impress others. Realize the only one you need to impress in your lifetime is you. Yes, when it comes to jobs, you want to remain professional and leave a good impression. When it comes to finding a partner, you want to be real and make sure you both click, so you want to leave a good impression as well. But you can leave a good impression by being the real you. You leave the realest impression that there's possibly out there. Instead of leaving a conversation or social interaction wondering if they liked you and that being your immediate thought after the conversation, knowing you were the realest version of you. Therefore, if they do not carry things forward with you or you don't get that job, it's their loss. You did you, and that's all that matters. When someone like you comes into someone else's life, somebody who's as funny as you, somebody who's as caring as you, somebody who offers unquestionable loyalty as you, and a kind soul, you don't lose anyone in this lifetime. They lose you. At the end of the day, remember, the most important person to impress in your life is yourself. This is your life, not others. You do not have to impress others to be loved or successful. The goal of life is to create a life that is true to you and makes you happy. Once your time on this planet is done and you go to look back on your life, will you find that you've made a life for yourself or for others? So don't be afraid to take a step back and focus on yourself for a change. It could be what you need. Remember, choose to impress you, no one else. Your words matter, no one else's. So thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode, and I will see you guys next Thursday with a new one. Bye, guys.